G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Sam Kitchen. My name is Sam Lin. I'm just a home cook who's really passionate about sustainability and more importantly, save money by making things at home. And hopefully I can help you guys do the same in your own kitchen as well. On this cooking channel, I do share a lot of recipe that is either vegan based or vegetarian based. And the main reason is that vegetables are generally a lot cheaper compared to protein or meat. And me personally, being still a meat eater, there are some tips and tricks that I use to help me save money when working with meat. So the common meats coming from supermarket: chicken, lamb, beef, pork, and chicken being usually the cheapest out of all, it is normally my go-to. And when going down the aisle and then go down to the fridge section, you see packets of chicken breast, Maryland, and all these kind of different parts. Obviously chicken breasts, they don't just grow on trees, so they all come from that one chicken. And one of the easiest way to save you money is, instead of buying packets of pre-portioned or pre-butchered food that comes in plastic containers, once again, that is waste, that is unnecessary. Buy a whole chicken, and I'm going to show you exactly how to cut it up yourself at home. Nice and clean cut, it's super straightforward, and portion up chicken can actually save you a lot of money compared to buying those pre-packets and pre-butchered food, and they will normally last a lot longer as well. So today's video is slightly different. It's not exactly a recipe, but more of the preparation of any chicken related recipe. And I can't wait to show you how I butcher my chicken at home. I promise the cost saving will blow your mind, and I really do encourage you to try it at home. So enough of my talking, let's get cooking.
So I've got a whole chicken here I bought from a supermarket. The cheapest I can find conveniently are around $3.50 to $3.90 from big supermarkets like Woolies, Coles and Aldi. I know the one I got here has got a reduced tag on it. Just to be completely fair, at the end of the video for our price comparison, I will be using the original price of $5.03 to measure against our savings. To cut up a chicken, we just need one sharp knife to take it apart. Very straightforward. You can try, but I highly recommend cutting open the vacuum bag before getting to the chicken. Here's one thing I dislike about supermarket chickens though. To make meat last longer in their packages, they put these blood absorbing pads with the meat so they don't get soaked in the fluid and go bad. If you put these bags straight into the bin, they'll go stinky in a few days. I usually leave them at the window for a few days to dry out before binning them. For now, we'll just put it aside. We'll grab our chicken out of the bag and put the rubbish aside for now. So to start with, because all of the limbs are sticking out, the easiest way to approach it is to amputate the chicken first and then get to the chicken breasts. First thing first, we'll start with the chicken wings. These are just like human arms and legs. They all have joints, and rather than chopping it right on the bone, it'll be so much easier to get it right at the joint. Grab a sharp knife, lift the wing up, and we can see and feel the joint right under the armpit. Gently side through with the knife, and we'll get to the joint and cartilage right away. Let the knife do the work. Cut around the joint, and we can pull that wing right off. That's one side done, and we'll flip it over and do the same on the other side. The trick is to gently pull the wing to create some tension so it'll come off really easily. Now we've got our wings off. Next thing to do is to cut off our legs and thighs. You can see here, this is where legs and thighs are attached to the body. It's all covered by the skin, and once we cut it open, we'll be able to see the muscle very clearly. Same as cutting the wings, let the knife do the work by slicing the skin open. As we pull the leg away from the body, the muscle definition shows a very clear path to disassemble the chicken. Get the knife in the gap in between the thigh and body. Pop the joint by bending the leg backwards and cut around the joint to get the marrow end off. Flip the bird around and we'll do the same to the other thigh. Now, we just got the last two bits, being chicken breasts. Right in the middle of the breast, we've got a bone dividing the two breasts and wishbone right at the top. We're going to cut right in the middle and just cut around the bone to peel the breast meat off. Grab our knife and cut it right down in the middle. Try to do long strokes here, so breast will come off nice and neat. Get your finger in and pull the breast away from the bone while letting your knife do the work. That's one chicken breast done. And the other side is just about the same. With our chicken cut up, it's time to weigh out the individual parts and find out if we were to buy them separately, how much it would have costed us. 120 grams of chicken wings at $6.60 a kilo equals to 79 cents. 3.49 grams of Maryland at $7.50 a kilo equals to $2.60. 462 grams of chicken breast at $9.50 a kilo equals to $4.39. 301 grams of chicken frame at $4.50 a kilo equals to $1.35. Altogether, by buying a whole chicken, we're paying 45% less of the price compared to if we were buying them all separately as parts, meaning we are pretty much paying half the price. I often buy a whole chicken, cut it up into parts, and just pop them in reusable freezer bags. One tip is to lay them out flat, but leave some room in between, so it will be easy to break them apart when wanting to use them. I can easily fit one chicken in 2 bags, minus the frame obviously. Once all backed up, put them in the freezer laid flat until frozen, then we can stand them up vertically. With the chicken frames, I'm making a super simple chicken stock. In the pot, I added the chicken frame with cold water. While the water is heating up, I prep up aromatics like onion, garlic, and carrot to add some sweetness. Once the broth comes up to boil, grab a ladle and get rid of the scum floating on the surface. That's a blood coming out of the bones and will make your stock cloudy. Veggies and aromatics in and simmer for 30 to 60 minutes, and that's our stock done. I made a super simple noodle soup with homemade noodles and chili oil, recipe video down in the description.
Alright, and there we have it. That's how you can butcher your own chicken at home. Whenever I think of butchering chicken, I think of this thing that was trending on internet in the early 2000s about how KFC was able to genetically modify chicken to have 6 wings and then 10 legs out of a chicken, so they can make all these mysterious pieces of fried chicken that they sell at the store. Obviously it's not true, and that kind of just always is in the back of my head, that chicken breast or chicken wings or chicken thighs, they don't come from the tree, they grow from chicken. So when you buy packets of chicken breast, chicken thighs, what are they going to do with it, with the frames and other bits that is less popular? So to me, like, it just makes sense to be buying it whole, cutting it up ourselves, and then being able to utilize all of the every single bits. Over here, I've got a bowl of chicken noodle soup with homemade noodles, home butchered chicken, homemade chicken broth, and then homemade chili oil. And I'm going to dig in. A hot bowl of broth with some noodles and some tasty chicken in there is just soul warming. And more importantly, we're saving so much money by doing this, and we're not wasting bits of the chicken. So I really do encourage you guys to try this at home. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and consider subscribing. I put out regular content on a weekly basis about home cooking. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.